Speaking of like, cooking and everything, being married, we kind of want to discuss like how expensive like food and stuff is, like eating out, groceries, meal prep.
Even like,
so
sad to say, but like even Chick-fil-A and McDonald's is getting very expensive.
I told Zah when this year started, I said, Zah, if we eat fast food, I'm no longer buying meals. We're not getting the fries with the meals. First off, they don't serve any caloric purpose.
First off, disclaimer. Have you guys seen Everybody Hates Chris? Do you guys know Julius, the dad? That is Chad. That is my husband. He is very, I wouldn't say he's like cheap.
No.
But he is like pinching every number down to the penny. Like if I don't eat all the fries of the meal, Chad is like, Zai, that was like $1.02 worth of fries.
Men.
And I'm like,
I'm not I have to watch every dollar that leaves my pocket. But I think the big difference between men and women is women spend money like their last name is money. Men calculate, we budget, we make sure, okay, if we're gonna spend this for this, then we need to have money for this. Zai spends money. No offense to Zai. She spends money while I regulate what money is being spent. So when we go out to a restaurant and she's like, oh, I want this, and she don't eat all the food, I'm like, yo, that's $5.35 worth of food. We need to get that, pack it up into a box and take that home, or I'll eat it. Like, I'm not leaving food left behind because it's just too expensive.
He's not leaving food on the table.
No. So like we were thinking about.
So there were a few things that we did do since we've been married. Yeah. We did HelloFresh, which was really great because we didn't have to think about the meals we were going to eat.
So what HelloFresh is, just to explain, is you pay for like this subscription service where every 2 weeks or every week, whatever your schedule you want to be, they'll deliver to you a box of protein with vegetables, all the other stuff in bags that are for that meal. So like, let's say you have a rigatoni pasta. They'll send you the pasta in a bag with the meat, the ground beef that goes with it, with the sauce, with all the seasonings for that meal. And let's say you want to do 5 meals, all 5 meals will come in the box and you just cook them throughout the week as you please. But let's say the price of it is like $100. It'll be like $100 for that subscription every 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So
we had HelloFresh. And it was really working well. We were trying new recipes. Like, it switched up our, I don't know.
It made the meals more adventurous, but we also knew that we would have food to eat.
Yeah.
And Zai doesn't like cooking the same thing again and again. She likes experimental cooking.
It's not experimental. I just think, like, as a child, your parents cook the same meals over and over again, and it just gets tiring. Like, how many times are we going to have spaghetti?
Yeah, because I think it's hard to be creative with meals, especially when you're hungry
and you're trying to feed a family. I understand, but I was just trying to, like, see, okay, well, this gives us different flavors. We can try new recipes. And it was actually working out good. I think we were paying about $70 a week for a week worth of meals, which came up to like $140 every 2 weeks, which was decent. But then what happened with HelloFresh was they were continuing to add in these like little hidden fees. And next thing you know, we're seeing $100 come out from HelloFresh plus $50 come out for HelloFresh. And that's for 1 week. So Chad was like, no, we need to cut this out.
I'm over finances. I took a look at the account and I'm like, okay, HelloFresh said they're $99 every week, which is fine because that would just be $200 every 2 weeks, which would be nothing being taken out. So I'm like, and that's food. So I'm like, okay. Then I'm looking, it's like, we got charged $100 Thursday, and then Friday they turn around and charge us $60. And I'm like, well, what is this about? And then the next week they charge us $120, and then they charge us $50. And I'm like, whoa, time out, flag on the play. Why are they taking out so much money, and where are all these? Then Zai calling them like, oh, that's a special cost. And it's some hidden stuff.
They would say it's a special cost that were taxes that we added in. And every time I would try to cancel, of course they're going to try to keep you to stay with them. So they'll say, oh, but you can do this instead. I was like, no, we're going to just cancel.
Yeah, at first I would say, Zai, cancel them. she would call and they would say, oh, we reduced it down. We reduced what you pay to lower. And I'm like, it got to the point, all jokes aside, y'all, it got to the point to where they started reducing the cost of the meals to where I was like, Zai, like, how are they able to reduce this to this price? But in the beginning, it's such a high price. Like, it went from being a price that's like here to like a price that's here. And I'm like, why couldn't we always just be here? And then I eventually just said, I just canceled the whole thing because they really started just doing imaginary math.
Yeah.
Every time it turned around, they were just charging whatever they wanted per week. I'm like, they said it's $70, but now they're charging $75. They said it's $79, now it's $89. And they could never, on the phone, whenever she called, they could never like tell us what exactly was going on. It's just like, oh, you know, no, you're done. You're cut off from the source.
So we tried that. What else did we try? So now our new thing is, we'll take $200 and we'll just go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
And then I think that we're more intentional about if we're going to eat out, we rather just sit down and eat out. I mean, quite frankly, if you were to go to like Carrabba's or like any of those like huge chain, like sit down restaurants, you would probably spend the same amount that you would spend if you went to the drive-thru.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where like, okay, so we used to go Chick-fil-A. One meal at Chick-fil-A now is like $12 plus two of us. That's like $24, $25 plus tax, $26. For $26, we could go sit down at a restaurant, pay $10 more and have a restaurant quality meal. Mm-hmm. Then I'm like, well, if we go to a restaurant, then you have to pay tips. So now the meal, if you're doing 20% tip, that's $30 plus $6. It's like, that's $36 rounded up in my eyes. That's $40. When that's $40 worth of groceries that we could make meals and stretch them, have leftovers. I could have lunch. I'm like, nah, we just got to cut all of it off, which, you know, I kind of feel for people nowadays. Like if you're really hungry and you have a family, you're like, oh, let's go get fast food. Then it's like, well, instead of eating fast food, we can sit down at a restaurant. Then it's like, well, we spending so much money at a restaurant, we could get groceries.
I do think that
but it's also expensive. You can't really even get that many groceries.
I think you also have to put into play that like geographically how things are set up in like lower income neighborhoods. It's nothing but fast food. It's nothing but fried places for you to eat, which continues to make you unhealthy. You have to go out of your way to get to a Sprouts, go to a Whole Foods, and even Trader Joe's isn't really that healthy. But I mean, they are reasonable. We get so much from Trader Joe's.
I'm not gonna lie. If you guys want a little trick, a tip and trick, go to Trader Joe's. They have so many little meals for like...
For two,
like a couple. For two, I mean, you would probably have to double what you have if you have like 2 kids. Or if you got like a small child, you could still really just go off the meals for 2. But Trader Joe's is where it's at. Whole Foods, go for your proteins. Or they have like this little family box that Zai's recently done.
It's the $35 family meal deal. It's like a pan. Almost think of like Thanksgiving and like a big pan of macaroni and cheese. That is the size pan that they give you. And you get to choose between a protein and 2 sides. And the food is actually very flavorful, very tasty. It doesn't taste like I have to continue to add like seasonings to it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's really good for meal prep. So like we got one time, it was like chicken breast and one with cauliflower and mashed potatoes. The other one was like salmon with green beans and Brussels sprouts. And you can literally take a whole chicken breast, put it into a container with some green beans with the mashed potato, and it's like the perfect little lunch meal to take to work or even for dinner.
And they're not skimping on the meals. Like they're giving you big portions. Like when I went this last time, it went over the pounds. And the lady was like, don't worry about it. I'm still charging you $35. I was like, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, and it's only $35. I'm not going to lie. If you're looking for a way to eat dinner every night for a good price where your meal will stretch, you have dinner, lunch, probably for like 3 days, depending on how much you really eat in the food.
Yeah. If you get
the
two
$35
pans,
family meal deal.
Yeah, if you get 2 pans, that should last you for like lunch and dinner. And I mean, $60 or $60-something for food, that's not bad.
Yeah, and I think buying your groceries and doing like little meal deals like that where they're actually giving you like vegetables with the protein is a lot healthier for you. I don't know how you guys eat, but you know, I think it's good to like make healthy meals. And of course, if you can make it yourself, then you have what was the word for it? Like you have you got the control over how healthy the food is and what goes into your food.
Going in into
If you go to fast food, you just rolling the dice.
You just know you're about to get some mystery meat.
Yeah, you just rolling the dice. And you got plenty of additives, everything in it. So
even Chick-fil-A and all of their many ingredients in a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.